What's up, guys? We are back, and I'm looking at some more MLB plays today over on PrizePicks. Yesterday's video, we actually had a refund. I dropped the 6-man, and it got refunded because Josh Nyler was a reboot. So, a little bit interesting. I mean, it didn't all get fully greened out anyway, so, I mean, I'm cool with the refund. I'm sure you guys were too. Overall, though, we've been pretty hot in the last week on this video. So, we've cashed three mans in the last 7 days, I believe. It's right around that mark. Cashing like 5.5, 5.75 X's. I've got another one for you guys today. Hopefully, we can make that 4 in like the last week or so that we've cashed out on. So let's get into these plays and let's hopefully just keep cashing. Yesterday in the DubClub, though, we had a pretty nice day yet again. We were actually able to cash out in a preseason play, our first NFL play of the year. We were able to cash out on it for an 8-man here, or 4-man here for 8X. So 4-mans right here for 8X. You'll be seeing a lot of these this NFL season right there. I played less than 0.25 units on this one too. $30 is usually a lot lighter than I usually play on these plays. You can see I put 75 on this MLB play right here. Josh was a reboot. Julio came through though, as well as Paul Skeens. So I ended up paying out 206 there. So overall, a really nice day in the DubClub. Can't really go wrong when you cash out on a 4-man, especially with a 4-game MLB slate. Able to cash the NFL was very, very huge for us there. So come join us in the DubClub if you have not already. The link will be available in my description. There's a limited time discount of 50% off of your first month or 60% off of the next 3 months. You will also get my Flex Friday slip for today as well. And you can see all the different track records here, all the testimonies from guys in the Discord here. But when you join the DubClub, I recommend you join the Discord as soon as you go ahead and get in. Just connect your Discord account to DubClub because that will get you access to all the premium channels over on my Discord. That includes my correlation tab here, which comes with winners that look like this here. You can see 60 to 1,000. We just had this one not too long ago. I ended up getting limited on PrizePicks. It's not going to stop me from giving you guys my PrizePicks slips. So it really sucks. And if you don't know anything, by the way, about people getting limited, that's how you know that you are following someone that is actually good at what they do and actually giving out winning plays when they get limited. That just happened to me, unfortunately. But again, I have PrizePicks slips every single day. Nothing is going to change on my end. I'm just going to have you guys just continue to keep, taking their coin since I did that too much. You'll see the community chat to talk to me and other members about plays or whatever's going on, as well as the contributors tab, where you get all of my contributors' plays. That comes from Asmies with his golf plays, Emo with WNBA, Elo with soccer, Nerdler with esports, Astronaut Doe posting a little bit of everything, and then Nev posting his Waking Cash KBO baseball plays. You guys all do some amazing work, so go get their plays and my plays with the link in my description. Join the DubClub. Again, it is 50% off the next month if you guys are interested in joining, or 60% off if you choose the 3-month option instead. Come join us. This NFL season is going to be massive, and I think I proved that already by already cashing out on a preseason 4-man for the NFL. So we're looking to do the same thing here. Hopefully today, if not tomorrow. I don't know if I might have a 4-man today. We actually have the 3-man I posted yesterday. First leg is already greened out. We just need a stack here between a quarterback and a receiver on the over to cash out on a 3-man again over for the NFL preseason. So we've been killing it thus far in the NFL preseason as well as the MLB. So let's just keep cashing. Come join us. That went a bit longer than I wanted to. Sorry for the rant. Let's go ahead and get to these free plays though. If you guys want a third play tomorrow, be sure to leave a like on this video here. 150 likes. Now we'll drop a third play in tomorrow's video for you guys. Make sure you leave a like on this video here and subscribe if you have not already. Make sure that you also play responsibly at your own risk. And let's get to these plays. The first play like on the PrizePicks board for tonight's slate is going to be over in the runs category here. Usually we're going with fantasy scores in the over. Not today though. I'm going to go with a run on the over. That being Jose Ramirez from the Cleveland Guardians today, over half a run. He's playing the White Sox today. I think he's in a pretty good spot. And he's been over this in 49% of games. You can see he had a really bad gap in the mix here where the Guardians offense was bad as a whole. You can see how many games they put up like 0 runs, 1 run, 3 runs. But the Guardians are in a very nice spot today. They get an awesome matchup now against Aaron Savale and the White Sox, and they're going to be on the road. And they're also pretty big favorites. In wins this year, Ramirez has had a run in 67% of games. In his last 20, that goes up to 80%. He's had a run in 80% of the last 20 games when the Guardians have won, which is important because we're going with a team stack today, which means we're going to take 2 players on the over for their categories. So we basically just need the offense to perform. They should hopefully be both green or both red. And again, we don't, like I touched on yesterday, we don't care if Nenshi goes 2 for 3 or 0 for 3 for power playing it. Who cares? They pay out the same exact amount. So that is why I love correlation so much and why I'm going with 2 overs from the Guardians today. But back to Ramirez here. He gets that nice matchup here against Savale. He has not had the greatest history against him. He has a 1-1-1 on base percentage and batting average in 9 plate appearances. Really not concerned though. Some of those matchups are a little bit dated. But a 281 batting average here against righties, while Savali's been a little bit better against lefties, but really still not super great. 3.97 ERA, 2.03 batting average allowed. ERA is not very good against lefties still. So, but the pitch mix though, he throws mainly the cutter, the sinker, and the curveball. 371 on base average right now for Ramirez. Against the cutter, though, is a 345. Sinker is a 484, and the curveball is a 409. So he actually crushes his pitch mix here, especially that sinker and the curveball combo. So I'm not really concerned about the splits here that much, as well as the historical matchup against the Valley. I'm mainly more focused on the pitch mix here because, again, some of those games are just like really old. Savali has also struggled a little bit this year. That 3.97 ERA is not very good. And overall, I think if the Guardians have a good game, Ramirez should be able to score a run in this spot. So that's pretty much going to be the first over here. A really simple breakdown from me. But now getting to the next play here, I'm going to go with the guy that's hopefully batting in the 4 spot today. So pretty much what my logic is here behind this here. Actually, they decided to call Manzardo in his fantasy score. This was on the board earlier. But I like Kyle Manzardo over 1.5 hit runs and RBIs, and maybe actually fantasy score instead, because this was not on the board before. I don't know, I have to look into this. So I'm going to look at this a little bit live for you guys here. But what is expected to happen for the Guardians offense today is that Ramirez should be batting in the 3 spot. Manzardo should be batting in the 4 spot, hopefully. So, of course, there's some correlation between them. Ramirez gets on base, Manzardo hits a home run, both of them cash just like that. Or even just a double. Ramirez, gets on base, double, they both cash. Maybe Ramirez gets on base, and then he steals. And then it's just a single that we need from Manzardo. And that ends up cashing them just like that as well. There's a lot of ways that these guys are extremely correlated, and why I like this one so much. So Manzardo here has been over his hit runs and RBIs in 46%. I'm actually going to refresh here to see if we can get the fantasy score from Outlier here, and we can. He's been over his fantasy score in 46%, so it's literally the same exact hit rate. We can see the track record in wins between the two. Fantasy score has been over in 64%. His runs and RBIs, he's been over this in about 64% as well. So you really can't go wrong with either, but I think the fantasy score is actually going to be a better payout if I'm not wrong. I don't actually like Soderstrom. I'm just using this example. Now, it's actually the same. So it's really up to you what you want to take from Manzardo. I mean, fantasy score or his runs and RBIs. A lot of guys in my Discord like the fantasy score a lot better, but it's, again, just kind of really up to you. I'm fine with either. I pre-selected hit runs and RBIs, but fantasy score is not available to me when I first locked this in. But Manzardo here, like I said, has been very, very good in wins, just like J-Ram. And the last 20 games, he's been over in 65%, so 13 of his last 20. A lot of those games he's missed in too, though. He actually had a hit in those games. You can see the matchup here against Savale, though. He has actually had 1 hit in 3 plate appearances against Aaron Savale in the past. Manzardo is a 242 batting average, while against Savale has a 3.97 ERA against lefties. So we got 2 lefties here going up against Savale. But you can see that Manzardo has a 330 on-base average and again faces that cutter, sinker, curveball combo. Cutter is a 236, the sinker is a 306, while the curveball is a 283. So he does tend to struggle a little bit against these pitches. However, going back to the history here, he has had some more recent games against Savale here where he actually had a home run in those 3 plate appearances. So I'm not really super concerned about the pitch mix. I don't think it's absolutely terrible either. Like the sinker is not that bad. Curveball and cutter could definitely be a lot better, especially the cutter. But overall, I'm not super concerned about that, especially with just how much correlation is between Jose Ramirez to score a run and Manzardo in his hit runs and RBIs / fantasy score. So I think these spots are very good as long as the Guardians have a good game today. If Savali goes out there and just shuts down the Guardians, obviously this entire slip is cooked. But if they have a good game, I think these guys should be able to come through. Now, before we get to my next play, if you've not already seen DK Pick6, it is a newer app from DK. And they actually have 4 discounts on the board today. They're a little bit smaller discounts, but still, if you're looking at these players already on the over today, you're already getting some pretty good discounts. So you have Otani here discounted from 2.5 down to 1.5 hit runs and RBIs. Skubal from 8.5 to 7.5 strikeouts. Hunter Brown from 6.5 to 5.5, as well as Max Scherzer from 5.5 down to 4.5 strikeouts today. So there's a pretty cool discounts here from DK Pick6 today. Can't really go too wrong when you get 4 players discounted. So today is a pretty good day to join DK Pick6 if you have not already. The link will be available over in my description. Just sign up, use the promo code DOMG because that helps me out and helps you out get some bonuses when you do sign up for DK Pick6. You can see that they have a lot of categories on the board here too. Some untraditional ones as well as some traditional ones also. But it's a pretty cool app. They also have multiplier-based payouts as well. So check it out for yourself if you have not already. They even have NFL preseason on the board also, so as well as NFL season long plays too. So it's a really cool app. Check it out with the link in my description. Use my promo code DOMG when you go to sign up for DK Pick6. But now heading over to my other MLB play, going to be the pair for the Cleveland Guardians today. That is going to be over in the Diamondbacks game, Geraldo Perdomo. Over 6.5 fantasy score today. So if you have all 3 of these plays in this video here, J-Ram to score a run, Manzardo fantasy score, such as runs and RBIs, and Perdomo's fantasy score, pays out about 5.5x over on PrizePicks if all 3 are correct. It's not 6x because of the correlation between the Guardians. But I think he's in a great spot here, Perdomo. He's been over this line in 52% of games. The Diamondbacks are expected to crush Austin Gomer and the Rockies today. They are major favorites at home today, and they're expected to score the most runs out of any team on the slate today, which is why I'm going to back him in the spot. He's expected to bat third today in a spot against a lefty, and in wins this year, he's been over this in about 64%, last 20, 65%. He's also been very good against lefties this year. He has actually had a 3.28 batting average against lefties this year, while Gomer has been much worse against righties with a 6.62 ERA. That ERA is terrible. He may play in cores, but that ERA, regardless, is still very, very bad. I will say, though, he does not have the greatest history against Gomer. He only has 2 hits with a 133 on-base percentage, but I'm really not the most concerned about that with how crazy the Diamondbacks offense is expected to go today. I think he'll be able to get on base. I'd be shocked if he did not, even with the bad history. And the pitch mix is still somewhat in his favor. He throws mainly the fastball, the curveball, and the slider. 353 on-base average for Geraldo. He has the fastball with a 369, curveball is a 329, and these sliders a 394. So he has a really, really good on-base average against the fastball and the slider, 2 of his top 3 pitches. So I think he's in a pretty good spot here to cover this line. There's some stolen base upside for him. Not that much, but there's a little bit of stolen base upside for him. He's stolen about, what is that? I believe that is 16 stolen bases this year so far, because he had 2 in 3 different times there. So 16 stolen bases in 113 games. Again, very small upside, but not going to complain about some small upside there. So overall, I think he's in a great spot, and that's going to be my 3 plays for this video here, hopefully paying out 5.5x, assuming that all are correct. J-Ram score a run, Manzardo hits runs and RBI / fantasy score, and Geraldo Perdomo over 6.5 hitter fantasy score himself. I'm not done though. I got a special offer for you guys, but again, if you guys have not already joined the DubClub, don't miss out on doing so. There's a 50% off offer for your first month of my best package, linked in my description. That will give you access to all of my plays sent straight to you. We were able to cash out on that 4-man NFL play yesterday, as well as a MLB 3-man that turned into a 2-man. But what I'm talking about here is going to be player profit. If you have not already seen player profit, it is a very, very cool concept that is super unique. Basically what it does is you can get access to a large bankroll for a small price. So you get access to a $1,000 bankroll by only spending $30. There is a catch though, but all you have to do is just win 20 units basically before you lose 15 units. For example, you have to do that twice. You have to pass 2 phases and then you officially get funded. So you spend $30, you pass phase 1 and phase 2, you are then funded, and the profits that you get in that phase, you can actually withdraw, and you get 70% of the profits. But Player Profit is offering a really cool deal right now, where you could actually get a account, but also get an account for free right now. So basically how it works is that there's different accounts. So you can have multiple accounts at one time, just based on purchasing them. So let's say you want to get a $10,000 account here. You have the $10,000 account right there for $250, and you actually also get the $5,000 account for free. So you're spending $250, and you're also getting, both these accounts there. So you get access to a $5,000 and a $10,000 bankroll potentially if you pass both phases. And you're only spending $250, but you're also getting another $125 account here with the $5,000 bankroll, if you're kind of following what I'm saying here. They also have the same though for the $25,000 account, $50K account, and the $100,000 account, where you can get a 50 account for free. Just use my promo code DOMG when you sign up for Player Profit, because it will also get you 10% off. So you get a 10K account let's just say you want to get a 10K account. You also get a 5K account for free and 10% off if you use my promo code DOMG on Player Profit. You may not understand the concept at first, so I encourage you to look into it a little bit more. Maybe watch a YouTube video on it. That's what I first did, so it is really, really hard to understand at first, but it is very, very cool once you understand the process. And if you pass these phases, it can be a major help to you to make some coin here on Player Profit. Just make sure when you sign up that you enter promo code DOMG in this promo code there. It'll get you 10% off. It can also get you the different promos that are going around right here. That is pretty much going to do it though. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys hopefully in the next video. Best of luck. If you want to see me over $5,000 of profit on PrizePicks, watch this video on your screen right here.